Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Doesn't came up here just yet. Okay, March 28th.
That looks cut off.
Say again?
That looks cut off.
No, that's because of the chat.
Let's check.
Okay. Boom. There we go. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I got 8 viewers already.
8?
All right.
Awesome.
Okay, folks, we're gonna go in there.
You want to turn it on?
No, that's fine.
Good.
Looks like you're okay. Looking good too. All right. Get this thing going here live. Yeah, it sounds good. The audio sounds good. Hey guys, today I'm with Frederick Gonzalez. He has the master's degree in human social. What did you say?
Human relations. It's a social science degree. Deals with human behavior, psychology, sociology. Fun stuff. And
the fun stuff. So what are you going to share with us today about women, sex? What's going to happen here?
Well, I put myself in the shoes of an average traveler. Our audience mainly, right? They want to come and check out Medellin, Colombia.
Right.
And I'm like, well, what's important to me? Well,
I know. I'm trying to get him to get them, but it's because we only have one microphone. So
you want half of my body on the microphone and half of my body.
Exactly. Let me see if I can stretch this out a little bit more. How about like that? Is that better?
I think that's perfect.
Oh, that's perfect. So when you have share one mic and we're talking about sex, look at this big black thing right in between us.
That's funny.
All right, so go ahead and continue there.
Yeah, I just wanted to put myself in the shoes of a traveler, and I'm like, okay, if I was traveling to a country, what knowledge can help me out? And when I travel, I don't know about you, the first day I'm exhausted. You're exhausted?
Hell yeah!
You just traveled?
I just went to Miami, bro.
Exactly. So I am exhausted. So I said to myself, what can I do to help our audience? And one of the things is, for you to have more natural energy, more energy. So instead of going for that, what is it, Red Bull energy drink?
Yeah.
Why not take your vitamins in the morning and have a smoothie?
People don't even take vitamins nowadays.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Right. They overlook the simplicity of it. Right.
Yeah.
So that's the number one thing. How to have natural energy. Here in Colombia, I don't know if you partake in this tea. I on occasion drink coca tea.
Coca tea? No, I don't do that. Is it good for you?
From the coca tea leaf. Yes, it's great. And
coconut or cocoa?
Like when people sniff cocaine, this is in its natural form, the coca leaf.
Oh, so it's not cocaine though. You're not telling people to take cocaine.
So people can get the picture. It comes from.
I don't want some guy out there be like, oh yeah, Frederick the doctor, he told me I need to do this with cocaine.
No.
It'll wake you up.
It will.
You don't want to do that.
Right. But a lot of people don't know this, that it can remedy altitude sickness, for example.
Okay. The cocoa tea.
The cocoa tea. Right. A lot of people don't know that. Or if you have an upset stomach, that's a natural.
But where do you even get that stuff, dude? I ain't even heard of it.
Well, because we are privileged to live in Colombia,
right?
They sell that at a normal health food drugstore.
Yeah,
like it's called like a specialty health store.
Okay,
and it's great, and it also gives you a boost.
Right. Why don't you looking right directly in that camera, talking right directly to him.
It also gives you a natural boost of energy. And if you have a couple pounds on you, like I do, I know Alan is a naturally fit guy.
I work out every day.
I love pizza, right? I'm guilty of that.
He does love pizza.
I love
God
pizza.
Damn it.
I could eat it every day. But I have a couple of extra pounds or kilos on me. So in order for me to suppress my appetite naturally, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to drink that tea.
Yeah.
That coca. So those are just some of the benefits. Another thing that I thought about, okay, so I'm going to travel to Medellin, Colombia.
Right.
I want to have a great time.
Right.
I want to know on a scale of 1 to 10, really simple test. You can ask yourself, how is my sexual health?
What do you mean sexual health?
Yeah, your sexual health. Basically, are you the type of person that when you're going to be intimate with a woman, do you last less than 20 minutes on a full erection? That's an honest question.
That is true.
Because according to research,
the Minute Man, they call it.
Yeah, according to research, it takes a woman on average anywhere between 15 to 25 minutes for her to climax. Right?
Yeah.
So if you, on a scale of 1 to 10, say, well, I last at least.
And be honest with yourself.
Be honest.
Who the hell are you gonna impress?
You ain't gonna.
We don't care.
Exactly. If you really have a connection with a woman, and she really likes you, without being intimate with her yet, and then it's time to be intimate with her, and you're under 20 minutes, basically, you climax before she does. What are the odds of her wanting to continue that relationship with you?
Oh no, she ain't gonna be here. She ain't gonna be here. She ain't gonna be around.
Exactly.
Take off. Because if she's not getting pleasure, unless you're throwing. Wait, hold on. Let's clarify something here, Frederick. There's no money involved in this situation. There's no money involved. We're talking about just girlfriend.
Yeah, you meet a girl at the mall. You meet her at the mall.
Out. You've had a lot of, you've had a few one night stands.
I've had.
He knows how to take them down. The guy, he looks Colombian. He's got the beard going. He's got the colored eyes.
With the elephant gun too, I take him down.
Hold on now. Yeah, hold on. But yeah, so he's had more success. Me, I have to work, bro. I'm making him laugh. I'm dancing, all types of shit, juggle. You've had more because you told me, I met this chick last night. You even had a friend of mine.
Well, you made an introduction.
I did.
And we had a connection.
Well, I made the introduction because this man knows how to seduce women. I can tell instantly, I don't know
about that.
Here goes a sign right here. If she starts touching on you,
that's a sign.
It's a sign.
That's called an indicator of interest.
Like she just, even if it's just a brush, like a touch on the shoulder, a touch on the leg.
It's subconscious too.
Anything.
It's a subconscious.
Any kind of touch is like, oh, she's down. And as soon as she did that, I was like, oh, Frederick, just go ahead and take it.
Yeah.
Take it, bro.
Yeah, but bring it back.
Yeah.
Bringing it back full circle here. Ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, how well is your sexual health, right? So if it's, and we were talking about erection duration, right? I'm not a full disclaimer. I'm not a medical doctor, but I do a lot of research, and I listen to urologists. I listen to people that are like medical doctors. And from the research that I gather, for example, on I think it's called Medical News Today, did you know that the average penis size is only a little over 5 inches? And that's fully erect. So if you're over the average, congratulations, you hit the DNA lottery. If you're at the average or below, I think that deals with psychology, the sexual health, which ties in to a identity. Right? A positive self-image. So I have this theory where every single human being that you come in contact with, you can think of at least 3 positive attributes or characteristics of that person. Like, for example, Alan, he's a great people person. He genuinely cares and wants to help you succeed. And he's a giver. He's a giver. So those are 3 great characteristics that I immediately picked up on him. So with a new positive self-image and a new identity, that has a lot to deal with your health. So with your sexual health, positive self-image, and your identity, and also having more energy, we thought that this could be 3 great vehicles to come up with a men's health mini course that can really go into detail and how you can actually use this to help you out as a man and in your travels and also use in your everyday life. So that's what I thought about, just to help our audience. And I just wanted to know what your initial thoughts are, if you think our audience can benefit from something like that.
Shit, I can benefit from this stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely, if I've learned that definitely pleasing a woman it's just, you have to. There's not even no questions about it. You have to know how to please a woman. If you don't, she's just going to bounce on you.
Right. Sexual intimacy is a big part of the equation for both men and women, but it's not everything, but it is a big portion. I would say maybe about 80%.
Exactly.
The other 20% deals with what is your own opinion about yourself? When you wake up in the mirror, what opinion do you have of yourself? What things are you saying to yourself in your subconscious? You know, do they tend to be more optimistic, more positive, or do they tend to be more neutral and negative? I think you would agree that most people carry a negative mindset about themselves. What do you think about that?
That's for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, even me, I struggle with it. I tend to be a positive person, but every once in a while, I say things to myself that I shouldn't, like, oh, you're not, you know, for example, a girl, or she's out of your league, or she's too hot for you, or you know, she would never look at someone like you because you're too short. But that's not true, is it?
No, definitely.
So that is a huge, I would say, vehicle or lever for you to focus on. And in this men's health mini course, we're going to touch on how to really just use practical, everyday tools to give you a boost of a positive self-image, positive psychology. And it's not just a whole bunch of like modern day guru stuff. It's like real science-based things that people use from some of the best like world health coaches, and you know, just so you can use this to help you in your travels. And that ties into sexual health. It ties into having more energy and how to just carry a sense of confidence.
Yeah, definitely. When you have confidence will make you practice, you know, to go to approach women or sexually, whatever the case may be. And then, you know, practice makes perfect. And it's just the way it goes, man. I mean, it's a revolving circle. It's like a circle of confidence, practice, perfect, confidence, probably. And then it becomes fun.
It does.
It becomes fun. I get like first it was nervousness. And then afterwards, like I started getting good at it.
Yeah.
Then I started really, you know, liking it. So yeah, definitely, man.
I think what Alan touched on is something like super important. He said it, but he doesn't realize what he just said.
Probably what it is.
What I think Alan is going with is he did what's called gamification. So the way I view approaching women, I have a girlfriend now, so you know I don't need to approach women.
And you're loyal too. That's hard to do.
I'm loyal to the game.
Wow.
Yes, sir. It's hard, but you know it works for me.
It's like you're in a steakhouse here in Medellin, man. You're like a guy that's really hungry. There's all types of steaks.
Yeah.
But you're loyal, dude.
I'm loyal to the game.
Every time I talk to him, I'm like, dude, I look up to you for that.
Yeah. So the point I want to drive home is, before I would approach women and I didn't have this knowledge I'm about to share with you about the gamification, I would get nervous. My palms would be sweaty. You could hear like almost like a crackling in my voice, and they can detect and smell Frederick is not confident. What the hell is wrong with this guy? And they could almost sense and feel that. So I flipped the mentality on its head, and this is when it started to get really fun with what Alan was just talking about. I started gamifying, like maybe you're familiar with Super Mario Brothers, and you know, in order for him to get to the Princess Peach, he has to go through the boss levels, right? King Koopa, I think it was called. And I started to gamify the experience. Okay, one girl doesn't like the approach, game over. Okay, guess what? Start again. Talk to the next girl. Hey, you know, maybe start off with a compliment. Hey, I really like, you know, your hair. It smells really good. I can smell it from here. Something simple. And I gamified my approach. When you have that mentality shift, personally, it has helped me. And like Alan said, you started to have fun with it.
Yeah, that's true.
So when you gamify something, you're like, hey, this is not a big deal. They're just a regular girl, and I'm just, you know, being friendly and saying hello. See if she may like me, but I have to show interest in her first.
Oh, that's for sure. Now these women, correct me if I'm wrong, they're not going to go up to you, bro. Unless now we're talking average guys here. If you're super good looking, then this is probably not the right channel. You know, this is for average guys like me and Frederick. You know, we're average size. We don't have a lot of money, you know, and, you know, we're just regular. So this is for regular dudes. If you're like that, that's fine. But if you're super good looking, then yeah, you got all these kind of women. But if you're not, you're average like us, then you're gonna have to go up to them.
Right.
They're not gonna come up to you, bro.
Right. That is the culture. I think once you get over that mental hurdle, again, we're touching on topics that are universal to men all across the world. We just have a specific focus here because we live in Medellin, Colombia.
Right.
Men's sexual health is super important. The natural ways to boost your energy, and also having a positive self-identity and self-image. You can take that, think of it like a Batman's utility belt. You take it with you anywhere you go.
Right.
And you just activate that whenever you need to, right? So it goes without saying that, in my opinion, these three things that will come in this men's health mini course, I think will help our audience just get the most out of your experience here. And you can continue using it wherever you live, whether it's in the Midwest, whether it's in Canada, in England. I think we had a person from Japan or South Korea that wanted to see if we can help them with our products and services, and I think we can, because this applies to men all over the world. And again, we're just regular dudes drawing from our own personal experience and travel, and we're in that sweet spot. We're middle-aged men. We're not young.
That's what I was going to touch on.
And we're not old. We're like in that sweet spot where we're speaking from experience, and we're not giving you a whole bunch of BS. It's like, hey,
no fluff.
This is like straight up what I think are like the big levers that will make a difference between you getting I would say a woman of your dreams. It's not within reach.
And what's funny is that you can actually you can, here in Colombia, you can really get something you would never be able to get in the United States. I mean, unless you had a lot of money. And like I said, we're talking to regular guys. I'm talking about you can get something beautiful. Gorgeous. Like, oh shit, she's way outside of mine. And so, what other advices would you give, Frederick, for maybe some guys that are like nervous? How do you get over that nervous, and what do you recommend? Because I know a lot of fellas that are just like, man, they're good looking guys too. They'll be tall and good looking. I'm like, just go up to her.
Yeah.
But what do you do?
Yeah, but for us, it's so simple to say, just go up to them. But I think it all ties back into how to have a positive self-image and a positive mindset. And I mean, what I'm about to say may sound really super simple. I got this from Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. Great book. I highly recommend it. The book is almost 100 years old. And one thing is that the language that the book uses is autosuggestion. What autosuggestion simply means is the power of your subconscious. Okay? The power of your subconscious. That's what's really driving you. And if your subconscious is always telling you negative things, why you cannot approach that girl or why you cannot do certain things, then that's exactly what's going to happen. But the opposite is true. If your subconscious is saying, hey, you can approach her. Hey, she's a regular girl even though she's beautiful. Hey, you can say a simple compliment and have fun with it and gamify the experience. Guess what? You're one step above the guy who doesn't have that confidence, who doesn't have that positive self-image. And in this men's health mini course, we're going to go over simple, practical things you can use from day one. And guess what? You're going to have homework too. I'm going to have a PDF. We have a PDF, simple questions where you print it out and you fill out and you answer the question so that you can attach muscle memory to that question and help answer and convince yourself as to why you should or shouldn't do the exercise. So it's really practical, and it's all about you to help you get the most out of your life with respect to approaching women, having great sexual health, having more energy, and a positive self-image.
Right, and I really, everything he's saying is correct because I use it all the time, and I'm not saying I'm like, bad or ugly or something. I'm just saying I'm really normal, dude. And I don't speak fluent Spanish like he does. So that makes me like, it's even harder for me to, I can communicate. Where is this? Where's that? How you doing? Blah, 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 blah. But like when it comes to making a girl laugh, which is like almost the key to their heart, it's not that easy for me. So the things he's saying, I use it every single day. And I highly recommend this course. What's your course looking like anyways?
Oh, I love this. Full retail price is $197, but for our audience, you'll get a 50% off coupon, and you're only you're only going to get it for $97.
Okay.
Yeah, you just
I'll put the link below for you guys.
Yeah.
So, and then you do a money back guarantee. I always say money back guarantee. You do a money back guarantee, right?
Yes, unconditional money back guarantee, no questions asked. If you don't think the information and the worksheets is worth the value, we'll give you 100% refund, no questions asked.
That's the way I do it too.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. Keep your money, bro. No worries. Just don't come back.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know, you can even keep the course. Don't even worry about it. You can have it.
Yeah.
You know, we just want 100% happy. If you're not happy, you go right there.
Yeah.
And you you have a master's degree, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I figured let's put the degree into practice, and I've always been a student of learning human behavior and psychology. I love that stuff. And why not use these skills and experiences and education to the benefit of our audience? And I love to naturally teach what I learn anyway.
He loves that.
So
he is a professor.
So it's to your benefit, and I want you to gain the most out of your experience in travel and just being a confident man with positive sexual energy, because people pick up on that. I think there's like a mystery to that.
Right.
You know, how many times have you been to a restaurant or a social setting, and there could be one person, whether it's a man or a woman, and their energy and vibe is so strong,
right,
either positive or negative. You feel that, don't you?
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's like, hey, what is up with that? It's because of the energy. They don't even have to say a word that they're emitting. So you have a choice. Wouldn't you rather emit that positive mindset, that confident mindset, that sense of confidence of knowing like, hey, I'm a man that has great sexual health. I've identified and I am aware of what areas I can improve on, and you're doing something actively to improve. And also, you know all these little health hacks of how to have natural, not the Red Bull artificial energy. I'm talking about real, natural energy that can keep you going all day long.
Right.
So
that's important because you don't want to be jittery.
No, well, you don't want to be all coked up. It's so easily accessible here in Colombia to get, do an 8-ball of coke.
Yeah.
Cocaine, the white powder stuff. I'm not talking about the tea I was talking about earlier, or any drug of choice. It's so easily accessible.
That's so true. I like one other tip you gave us about the Mel Robbins, the 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't think about it, just go and do it. Because to start thinking about it, it becomes too much pressure. What were you saying about that?
You're talking about the gamification of approaching.
No, you were saying before, Mel Robbins says, if you start thinking about it too much before trying to approach a girl, you'll talk yourself out of it.
Exactly. I think that comes from the pickup artist community, where if you overthink, you're going to talk yourself out of not talking to her.
You're going to talk yourself right out of it.
You see a beautiful girl, like say me at the mall, at the Santa Fe Mall here, and we see a beautiful girl with her girlfriend or her mom, and I say, Ellen, that girl's gorgeous. And say I'm single, and I'm not looking, but there's an opportunity that presented itself, and I say, Ellen, I don't think I should talk to her, man. She's too
happens, bro. It happens. Don't think about it. 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like a rocket ship. Go.
Just do it.
Just do it.
What? And gamify it.
And what happens is this. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if she says yes or no, or let's go and get her whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that you took control of your life, that you are a man, that you are alpha male.
That's right.
That's what matters. It's like, no, you know what? You're not going to go home tonight and like, oh, fuck, man, I should have went up to that chick, dude.
And it's not our audience's fault. I fall guilty to this too, and you do too. It's our cell phones. It's our cell phones. We have tools to access, like text messages, social media platforms, direct messages. We have email, instant communication. We would, as a human species, I think we would much rather, I would say, hide behind these platforms to communicate to another human being instead of looking them face to face, directly in their eyes, and be assertive in this context of email and get exactly what you want, whether it's her name, her number, perhaps a future date, find out a little bit about her, what she's about, genuinely seem interested in her, as Dale Carnegie says, genuinely be interested in the other person first. so that they can reciprocate and have them be interested in you. You know, you're using, again, it comes back full circle, positive self-image. You're using confidence. You have the actual energy to go and talk to her. And you're also confident knowing like, hey, I can last at least 20 minutes with an erection. I don't have to, be, a victim to premature ejaculation and have an orgasm in less than 5 minutes.
What were you talking about? You were talking about some exercises men can do.
Right. There's a great app. I think you told me about it too. It's called the Dr. Kegel app.
Okay.
Right. You download it onto your phone, and I believe there's a free version and there's also a paid version. Anyways, if you need to get your core, up to 100%, I highly recommend using this app because it works. It only takes about 5 to 10 minutes a day. And in 30 days or less, you'll notice an improvement. And I think you have some experience.
Yeah, most definitely, man. This stuff is definitely helpful because I had a problem when I was real young. I remember I was like 17 or 20 or something, and I was with my ex, Maria. And I mean, I was young and I was super excited. And so I started looking up some exercises you could do. One of them was when you go take a leak, when you go use the restroom, to stop urinating. Like you would urinate, stop, urinate, stop, urinate, stop. Yeah, so that's right there.
That exercises that PC muscle, pubic coccygeus.
And then you're able to slow it down. And then, the mentality behind it too is like when you're in the moment, you're pumping and pumping, you say, hey, slow down, let me get a water or something, because what you're about to do. You're about to poof.
That's right.
And then once you do, as a young man, I was good, but as an older gentleman, it takes time, and that's just the natural realm, the way God made us. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have to go get a protein shake or something.
You made me think of a story. When I was stationed in Spain, I had a girlfriend. She was from Spain, and what happened was, I was, I believe, 28 or 29 years old. I did not need, let me repeat that again, I did not need any kind of Viagra or Cialis to maintain an erection artificially more than 30 minutes. I did not need that because I was a young man. But what happened was, I did not know this, that my girlfriend at the time, again, girl from Spain, she had some sort of mental block. I remember it was over 30 minutes, I was on Viagra, and she could not orgasm. You know what it started to do to my positive self-image? It started saying, I have a problem.
Yeah.
I'm the one that cannot satisfy her. And when you start thinking as a man that you cannot satisfy a woman, it starts affecting your self-esteem. It starts affecting your confidence. It starts affecting like, hey, I'm the loser. But I come to find out that she had a mental block. For some reason, I found out after talking to her, she's had prior boyfriends and they could not make her orgasm as well. She had some sort of trauma in her life that I didn't know about. To make a long story short, it affected the relationship because I couldn't be with a woman that demanded that I last more than 30 minutes every single time we had some sort of intimacy. I'm like, that's unrealistic.
Yeah.
She wanted me to go 45 minutes to an hour with an erection nonstop, and that's unrealistic.
You give yourself a rash doing that too, by the way. I mean, I'm not even being funny, but I mean, you can just go on. It's friction. So you could, and it's just general men speaking the truth. And the average sex is what, 15, 20 minutes?
I think anywhere between the actual act of a female orgasming is anywhere between 15 to 25 minutes. That's the range.
Okay.
And that does not include foreplay. That's just straight penetration.
I like that part of your course.
Yeah.
He talks about that in the course about foreplay, getting it going. And foreplay can last all day in your course. I remember you saying you can start early in the day. It doesn't with touching and caressing. I like that what you said because I didn't even think about that. It's getting her going.
Right. Like for example, this morning, a simple kiss and saying, in this case, my girlfriend, I hope you have a good day. I love you, and give her a kiss. That already planted a seed of romance and seduction. And then later on, maybe sending her a text or maybe give her some flowers. Not every day, but you're feeding and you're it's sort of like a garden. You're taking care of it.
Or even just like a caress. Give her a good squeeze on that butt cheek, bro.
A hug. Simple things.
I like to squeeze that ass. I'm not gonna lie. She be washing. Oh, got you. You even said you do that too.
Yeah.
You would. Oh, got you. Oh, I got you, girl.
Yeah.
You can play around, and then, but you're sexually playing. You can't play with this with anybody.
Right.
You're playing around sexually. Ooh, girl, you look good. Right. Grab her, hug her. Be a man, and then you're just getting that. You're getting that sexual energy. By the time you know it, she's like, "Oh shit, I'm horny.
Yeah,
let's go."
Yeah.
She won't even know why. But you're using seduction.
Right.
You're using your brain. You're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get her going all day," and then she's easy to pop. She's easy to orgasm at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And she's gonna love it. And when she orgasms, she's gonna. There's some chemicals, brain science behind this. So she falls in love with you. This is just the way it goes. She will not know why she loves you so much, but there's a lot of chemicals and brain stuff that happens that are released whenever she orgasms and has a great sex. That's just a fact.
Yeah,
you know that, bro.
Yeah. Also, if you are in a relationship and that's what your goal is, you want to maintain that relationship happy, don't you? It's to your benefit. It minimizes the times you argue. In these last 30 days, we've had 2 major arguments, and I started to analyze. Wait a minute, why are we having so many arguments? And guess what? A key component of that was, or what contributed to those arguments. Guess
what was it?
We weren't having enough frequency of intimacy. In other words, we were not having as much sex as before.
Yeah.
And biochemically, that starts affecting her needs, because when a female orgasms, it releases a ton of dopamine, serotonin.
These are facts, guys.
Yeah.
These are not like no more opinions.
Right.
He's telling you science.
Right. Just remember this acronym, DOSE. Those are your happy chemicals: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So when a female orgasms, she's getting a rush of these, natural, happy chemicals in the brain. It's sort of, she's getting a natural high. And if you ever get a chance, read Dr. David Buss's book about, I think there's 17 different reasons why women have sex. Mm-hmm. 17, okay? So that's a great book. I highly recommend it. Look it up. And the reason I mention that is because when you are being intimate with a woman, she's getting that natural high, you benefit as a man. She's happier. She's more.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Right. She's more willing to do things for you. I used to have my girlfriend, my ex-girl, bro, the one buff in the United States before I got here.
Just call her Y. Bro, she used to tell me, "Oh man, you know what, honey? I'm sorry I was acting out. I just needed to be, beep. For real. I swear to God, that's it.
Hammered. She wanted to be hammered.
She needed that old sausage in her. And I swear she would be like, oh man, she'd be like a different. I think every man can relate. If you're over 30 and you have a relationship, and wait a minute, that's the same thing with us men. Yeah. Sometimes we're grumpy. Girl comes over here, smashes the shit up. Hey, baby, you know what? You're right.
You're in a better mood.
You know what? Let me go ahead and wash these dishes. I need to pick these clothes up. Shit.
Yeah. Intimacy and having sex is probably one of the best natural ways to enhance and boost your mood in a good way. And I don't know about you, but I would much rather be in a good mood most of the time, because that's realistic, than be grumpy and dissatisfied most of the time if given a choice.
That's right. And he talks about that in this course too. I remember he talked a little bit about masturbation.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
Masturbation and stuff like that too.
A lot of men struggle with masturbation and pornography, and there's a direct link between masturbation and pornography and your sexual health. In other words, to dumb this down, if you masturbate frequently and you watch pornography frequently, the quality of your sexual health, do you think it goes up or down?
Down.
It goes down. And pun intended, your penis goes down too. It goes down.
Yeah. And it's because you're just less sensitized, bro. And it could, if you have when I was 17 or 18, that'd have been cool to do that because, you're 7-8 times a day. But as in your 40s,
ooh. Yeah, and we talk about that in the course, why it's so difficult right? Why it's so difficult to break away from masturbation and pornography. I used to struggle with that. I used to. I used to struggle with that.
This whole channel is about being raw, being truthful, trying to give you guys good advice.
Yeah.
We don't sugarcoat.
And no judgment.
No judgment.
Whatever you're into is what you're into.
Hey, that's whatever you're into, bro.
And let this be your guide. As long as it's moral, ethical, and
you don't hurt
legal,
nobody. You don't hurt nobody.
And you don't hurt nobody as a bonus. As long as it's moral, ethical, and legal, and you don't hurt nobody, you're not going to have a problem here. No judgment. But to tie this in, the masturbation and pornography, there's a direct link as to affecting the quality of your sexual health. And in the course, we're going to cover how, first, you can be aware of it. Second, how to break free from that. And third, how you can increase that sexual health. I mean, you should all be hovering around 8, 9, or 10. 5 is average. Anything above a 5 is like, hey, I have great sexual health as a man. And when you wake up, that's not the first thing you think about. It's like, how is my sexual health as a man? It's something you don't really think about. You just don't think about it. At most, you could say, yeah, girls don't complain when I'm intimate with her. In other words, you can give her an orgasm. But that's only a small piece of a man's overall sexual health and well-being. Right. Would you agree with that?
Oh, definitely. It's so true. Masturbation, all that good stuff has to be a control. And keep in mind, sex is an addiction. That's another thing you talk about.
It can be. It can
be an addiction.
It can be an unhealthy addiction.
Just like drugs, just like smoking, gambling.
Yeah.
Sex can be an addiction. So you got to actually check that self too. Do I need to have sex, every day? Or, I guess I did, but, that's a whole other story.
Yeah. Yeah. There's, my ex-wife and I went through a course and we had to write down, I remember this question, I'll never forget. It was a retreat for couples on how to have increased sexual health. And I'll never forget this. I'll pass this on to our audience. The question was, they asked me as a man, and I had to write down my answer. They asked the same question to my ex-wife. They asked us a simple question. How much sex should you have every week? And this is what's so interesting. At the time, I was going through some medical stuff, like sleep apnea. And I was diagnosed with it, so I have sleep apnea.
What is sleep apnea, just real quick?
Sleep apnea just means you have a tendency to snore, and you have to use a CPAP, which is a machine that breathes forced air into your nose so that you can breathe better, right? So that you won't choke yourself.
Keep going.
So anyways, I was going through that diagnosis, and I was diagnosed with sleep apnea, and I found out the professional who administered the test is that if it goes unresolved, the sleep apnea, that means you're truly not resting. You have low levels of oxygenated blood. And what it does to you as far as sexual intimacy is that it lowers your desire for sex. Let me say that again. It lowers your desire for sex. So if it lowers your desire for sex, and they're asking me this question on this retreat, I said, well, shit, I think I wrote like once or twice a month.
What?
Right. And you know what she wrote? Because at the end, the instructor said, okay, now I want you to, swap with each other, and I want you to read your partner's answer. You know what my ex-wife was? She was from Argentina.
Right.
Very good-looking woman. She wrote, I need to have sex 3 to 5 times a week, which sounds about right if you are in a loving, committed relationship and you have the hots for each other.
Yeah.
I wrote 1 to 2 times a month.
Yeah, you were down.
She wrote 3 to 5 times a week.
That's why she left, bro.
Well, that's a side story for another day.
She left, bro.
But yeah, that's one of the big reasons.
Yeah.
But to bring this full circle is that affects your sexual health and well-being.
Right.
It's not just giving them an orgasm. It's about the frequency and what is that sweet spot, what's right for you as a man. 3 to 5 times a week sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Some a little less, some a little more, but that's about the average. Let that be your guide. If you're having less intimacy per week, maybe it's something worth exploring, and that's where this course can help you.
I put the link to the course down right below in the thing. I'm going to put it in the comments as well right now.
With the 50% coupon for our audience.
Okay. We're going to put it's only going to last for, 48 hours?
No, for the rest of March. So, so we got about a week.
So you can get this thing for $97, 100% refund.
April 1st, the price goes up to $197 full price, but now our audience gets it for 50% off. Actually, more than 50% off, $97.
$97
for our audience with the coupon code.
Okay, so that's good. Now I know you also talked about what did you say it was called? A hormone replacement.
Right.
And that's good over my age, 40s.
Right. There used to be, I believe, some shame around hormone replacement therapy.
Yeah.
But the facts are, when a man reaches 40, I'm 44, going to be 45. When a man reaches, 40s or above, your natural production of testosterone decreases.
Right.
Right? You're not 25 years old anymore. So it decreases. And then, of course, we go over, based on your age, what levels of testosterone you should have. Most men, again, don't wake up and say, what are my testosterone levels? You don't freaking have a clue. Yeah. I didn't have a clue, but guess what? They did a test with me back when I was going through this sleep apnea diagnosis, and my testosterone levels, do you think they were higher or lower? They were lower. Because I was going through an unresolved medical issue. So in this course, we're going to go over what your testosterone levels should be based on your age group.
Yeah.
And the simple test you can ask your healthcare professional. And if you're in Colombia, you might as well get it checked out. It's cheap.
Well, we have friends we have a lot of friends. We'll refer someone really cheap.
That are medical doctors.
Doctors. Because they can get hosed over here for $300-$400.
Yeah.
We got it done for like $90.
Yeah, simple.
Go check your blood levels. Go check your growth hormone. And then we also have a big referral. What did you say that stem cell?
Right.
So if you have, if you're doing well for yourself and you want to go above and beyond, you can get your stem cell stuff done there. What are the benefits of the stem cell you were talking about?
They've done some really awesome stem cell breakthrough research. If you look up on YouTube, Mel Gibson's father, he lived to be past 100 years old, and it was all due through stem cells. Now, the interesting part is that there's some special type of mother cells, I think near the umbilical cord, in a baby, and they extract some of these special mother cells, and they say, for example, in Mel Gibson's case, his father, they injected those cells, and it started regenerating old tissue, ligaments. It started giving him some of his intimacy functions.
And just to clarify something here, this is not opinions.
Yeah,
this is
documented.
Hardcore facts.
It's scientific, proven, documented. Testimony.
Now we're talking facts. It's no longer opinions. And people fly here all over the country to work with some of our referred doctors to do the brain. Stem cell.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but there's only a handful of countries in the world out of about 195 countries. There's only a handful that are leading the forefront on stem cell research.
One of them is Colombia.
One of them is Colombia. There's a lot of medical tourism, like, for example, UFC fighters. They'll come down here and get
NFL.
NFL people, they'll get a couple of stem cell shots.
Anybody with an extra money, because it's not cheap. We're talking about
thousands.
We're talking, $6,000, $10,000, $20,000, even $20,000
or more. Yeah,
but it's done right.
Yeah.
You're in. Now, there is one thing I remember reading, and I was talking to one of the doctors. He says, after you take the stem cell, you have to eat super clean.
Right.
Your diet must be impeccable the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Like all types of shit's happening in your body, but man, I can't wait to get it. I'm doing it myself.
I want to get it too.
But it's expensive, bro, but it's worth it.
And that brings it full circle to this course. You cannot put a price on your health, can you?
Well, health as well. I was the other day. My knee was been hurting, like insane pain. And
you're trying to dunk or something?
No, I was hurting in my knee, and I was scared. I was like, I didn't tell you or anybody. I was like, damn, what if I can't walk or something's happening? It was deep inside my knee, not like on the outside of my knee, not the skin. I'm talking about deep inside. And I only bring that up because health is wealth, and you don't even realize it until it starts like oh shit moment, you know?
How much do you think Steve Jobs would have given for a new liver?
Billions, everything he has.
Everything. He would have sold Apple Computer.
Yeah, he would have sold the whole shit.
He would have been like, a new liver? Yeah, how much is it?
Yeah.
Your whole company? Okay, done.
Done. You want to live.
You cannot put a price on your health.
Yeah.
It's something that you cannot take for granted. And it's so interesting. It's sort of like insurance. You don't really see the value of, for example, car insurance until you need it, right? There's a lot of uninsured motorists out there. They get into a big time accident with a Bentley. You're underwater for $500,000 for damages. But if you have the best health insurance, when it comes to your body, guess what? You're gonna really reap the benefits of knowing that your sexual health, ways and methods of having natural energy, and how to have a positive self-image all will tie into a health and well-being for yourself. Damn. That's all I got for you.
That's all you. I tell you what, you're giving us a lot of tips and knowledge about sexual health, and I have your course in the link below in the description. I'm gonna put it in the comments as well. It's 50% off. You're right, the master's degree of human social science, or what did you say it was?
Human relations and social sciences. Yeah.
So this is Frederick, man. I appreciate you coming to the show today, bro. We'll see you on the next one.
Awesome.
Boom. Give me a dab. I'm going to leave me hanging over here.
Boom.
Boom. See you guys later, man.
Take care.
Peace out. Hit the like and subscribe, all the notification bell, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
See y'all next one.
Take care.